I'm Curtis Linton, Vice President of the School Improvement Network. For the past 20 years, we've been working to document the very best practices in education. When we visit these schools across North America, highly successful schools that succeed with every student, one of the commonalities we have found is that the educators collectively share a vision of what every student needs to achieve.
Everyone has to be focused and believe in the vision, and the children will do the rest.
Kids can thrive and they will learn if you hold them to a high level of expectation and give them not only the tools, but the support and the wherewithal for them to do it. They will.
You're going to create a piece of poetry that has inferences in them.
As educators, we strive to connect with each and every student. But one of the greatest challenges facing U.S. public education is that only 25% of high school graduates are ready for college and career. The Common Core Standards Initiative begins with the premise of college and career readiness, so that a clear vision is established, goal line is established for teachers and students to strive towards, so that every student upon high school graduation is ready to go on to college or engage in advanced career training.
These are the standards that they've got to have if they're going to be successful in those classes. These are the standards that they've got to be doing if they're going to be successful at the college level.
When educators join forces with the Council of Chief State School Officers and the National Governors Association to create a set of standards that every state could adopt, they begin with the question, what does every student need to know and be able to do in order to be prepared for college and career?
It's not about your grade or your school. It's about how you fit into this vertical alignment for students around college and career readiness.
Once these real-world knowledge and skill sets were established, the performance standards were backwards designed, from 12th grade all the way to kindergarten.
High schools alone are not responsible for graduation rates or for making sure that students are college and career ready. It can't be done in 4 years. The 4 years that they have in high school have to be built on a foundation of strong conceptual knowledge that allows them to move to the higher, more rigorous standard that will create kids that are college ready and great thinkers.
Excellence isn't always about winning and losing. It's about your pursuit of the winning love. That's what I said.
The learning progression is like a spiral staircase. Now, what happens when you walk up a spiral staircase? First, you go up. Second, you spiral back around to where you already were, one level up. As students engage in the Common Core Standards, at each grade level, they re-engage in this standard, increasing their understanding, deepening their knowledge, expanding their ability to perform at the particular standard. So that as students progress upwards, spiraling year after year, they are building upon previous knowledge so that on leaving high school, they're ready for college and career.
We want the options to be in front of them.
If they want to go to college or university, they can. If they want to go to the military and serve their country, they can. If they want to go to a trade school or take up a skill, they can. But at the end of the day, they have the requisite skills to be successful with the choices in life.
That's the aim of the Common Core.
The world continues to change. The options facing students are more varied than we have ever seen. As a student, do I go to college? Do I enter the workforce? Because students have been prepared, they will succeed at the choices they make. The Common Core Standards have been designed to be equitable for each and every student.
So it's really important that we don't look at people because of their parents' education or the neighborhood that a child is from, or the ethnic background that a child may have, and unconsciously or even consciously say, well, that student is destined, fated to be a dishwasher, and this student is destined to be a cardiac surgeon.
Equity is not about equalizing education. Equity is about providing each and every student with what he or she needs to succeed in life beyond school.
What we want to do is make sure that every student and his or her parents have the full range of options and open to them, and that we support those choices.
The Common Core is a fundamental shift so that educators can fulfill the promise of education.
As an educator, I think we've spent the last few years with standards across the country trying to make teaching efficient and easy, because we want to do that for our teachers.
The Common Core reinstates the teacher as the expert in the classroom.
It is not easy and it is not efficient. It is hard, complex work that teachers have to roll their sleeves up and get involved in.
Who knows better than the teacher what students need on a day-by-day basis? The Common Core gives teachers professional discretion to decide what's best for students.
We're looking at this to gain the outline, but we fill in the blanks with each other. And I'm not talking about with each other as, me and my colleagues down the hallway, with myself and all the educators that are across the landscape here.
We really are gleaning really good information around best practices and implementation processes from the best minds across the country.
You, the reader, had
What kind of numbers in particular?
doubles.
A teacher doesn't enter education just to teach a single grade, but rather to impact the life of a student.
We know that we need to transform what's happening for those children because we're missing a lot of children. And we believe that the practices that we're putting in place will be a new way for us to accelerate learning and prepare children, as it is our moral responsibility to do so.
So what would we call the elements of a story? The thing that the Common Core standards have done for us in our classroom is they've helped us focus on things that our students will use in their life after school.
It's going to be rocky at first, but I think once we get over the rocks in the past, I think we'll be able to see the benefit of us all having a Common Core.
The success of our country is contingent upon the quality of our public schools. That's just a fact of the matter, and that's not going to change.
The Common Core standards fundamentally realigns the way education works, so that education is focused on the lifelong success of the student. As students enter kindergarten, begin progressing in their learning, spiraling year after year, students achieve mastery of the standards so that they are ready to succeed at college, career, and beyond.
And they get that success. There's nothing like it. There's nothing. And that's why that's why certain people are teachers and some aren't,
To learn how to implement the Common Core with School Improvement Network's Common Core 360 and receive 30 days of free access, visit www.commoncore360.com or call 1-866-835-4185.